Hey guys, I wanted to do a ASMR car video for my car series, which if you've not seen any videos of before, I'll leave linked below. However, I'm only really driving to places that are completely necessary at the moment, and I'm also trying to save petrol. So I didn't want to kind of just drive around aimlessly, but I did want to make a video in the car, so I decided to just film a video in the car to mix things up, and hopefully being in this enclosed space will still have an effect on my voice and still make you feel like you're in a car on a drive with me while I talk about random stuff. So I hope you like it. First thing was I wanted to say, thank you for all your lovely and kind support and words from my last 2 or 3 videos. The comments have been overwhelming and really, really sweet, and I'm just so happy that people have been enjoying my videos and finding them useful. You know, the Indian accent video is really one of my favourites to film, and I'm considering making more of those because you guys love it so much. And I'm also thinking of doing more accent videos in general. I found it quite overwhelming how much people liked the period products video, because it's a little bit out there, and I think I was surprised by how much people liked the first one I did as well. But that was one thing that I really enjoyed when I was a child, and I was, you know, assuming one day I would be a woman and I would menstruate, that I really liked all the packaging from an ASMR point of view, even when I was a little kid. So that's why I wanted to make those videos, and it's just nice to know that you guys really dig that too. But what have I been up to? This week has been a bit of a weird week, and I don't know if you guys are feeling that as well, that this quarantine and lockdown, if you're in lockdown where you are, I just feel like there's lots of ups and there's lots of downs, and things kind of come in waves, you know. And let me know down below if you've been kind of feeling that as well, or if for you it's felt completely different, or if in the country where you are you're not in quarantine anymore, or you never were. What's the situation where you are? How has your day-to-day been affected? You know, I'd love to hear about that. Leave me a comment below, or maybe I'll do a live session so we can have a chat, you know. But for me, it has been up and down, and this last week has been was not an up. Everything was like a little bit harder to do. My routine kind of got messed up as well. Well, the routine that I've tried to develop got a bit messed up, and we were doing lots of painting in the house, in the hallways, because in our flat that we live in, it's a flat in an old house, a Victorian house. It has really high ceilings, so there's a lot of wall, and we were painting the hallways, which is the most wall in any of the rooms in the flat. And it was really tough because we don't really enjoy painting, and find it quite hard work. I'm not a professional, Miles isn't a professional, but obviously, you know, because we're in quarantine, we wanted to get it done, and the only way to get it done was if we did it ourselves. And we saved a lot of money in doing that as well, doing it ourselves. But it was just really quite stressful. And we're almost finished now, but not completely. We still have the doors to paint, so we're having a rest for a couple of days now, and then we'll paint the doors. I think maybe towards the end of this week, so around about when this video comes out, or we'll paint next week. But the majority of it's done. But it meant that, you know, I wasn't exercising, which should become part of my routine. I wasn't exercising like I was the weeks prior. But one really good thing this week was that I watched the new Netflix show, Never Have I Ever. Have any of you watched it yet? What did you think? Let me know down below. But I really liked it. I really, really liked it. And I just think they did such a good job on making it, and how they made it, and how they wrote it, the story, the characters. It's all brilliant. I've got a million things I could say about it, so I'm actually gonna do a podcast about the show with my thoughts and my sort of reviews on it. So if you're interested in hearing that, head over to my other channel, which is Monica Sagar. I'll leave it linked below. But head over there and subscribe, and I'll be putting out a series of podcasts about that show, Never Have I Ever. And I think I'm going to be incredibly open in my discussion, and I might discuss, you know, stories and experiences I've had in my life that the show reminded me of, or that I identified with, and I will, you know, be quite candid. I think, well, I'm planning to be quite candid with certain stories from growing up, and friends and family experiences and stuff. So if you're interested in hearing that, please go and subscribe to me over there. I would love to have you. But that was really good this week that I watched that. I really enjoyed it, because as a whole I've not really been watching new shows or things that I've not seen before. I've been drawn to watching things that I've watched before, that I kind of just feel like I want the comfort of, or the energy of. You know, I've been watching things that I watched when I was a kid, and I've been finding it very comforting. What have you guys been watching? Have you been watching all new stuff, or have you been watching things that you'd watched before? Or listening to podcasts? Like, what kind of things, what kind of content are you, you know, finding yourself watching loads of right now? I'm still watching lots of YouTube at the moment. I'm leaning so much towards the Try Guys, because all their quarantine videos I've found quite uplifting, and they're such a funny bunch of guys. I've been watching the new Ladylike channel, which is called As Is, because I used to really like Ladylike, but now since they've kind of dissolved that channel, they've kind of put a lot of their videos on As Is, and they're making that kind of content over there. So I've watched a little bit of that. I've been watching Graveyard Girl lots. I've been watching Brad Mundo, who is, I'm a very new subscriber to him, but if you've not seen any of his videos before, he's a hairdresser, and he does those hairdresser reacts videos. I just find him so funny. I really like his energy, I really like his vibe, and I really like his sort of style. I like seeing what he's wearing and how he's like dressed and styled himself in each video, which sounds really silly, but I really enjoy his innovation when it comes to his personal style. So I've been watching a lot of his videos, and I've also been finding them very uplifting during this time, and especially as I'm like right in the middle of a bit of a weird hair journey right now. I've been finding him very useful in that respect. And what else have I been watching? I've been watching a lot of true crime YouTubers, because they make long videos, really interesting stories, and highlighting real cases that need exposure, and people who are still out there without their legacy solved and what happened to them solved. So I've been watching Joshua Miles, who's a British true crime YouTuber. His videos are really good, and he does interesting kind of different ones, like mysteries. He does mysteries as well. It's not just kind of missing cases and murder type of cases. I've been watching Danielle Hallen and Stephanie Harlow, and there's somebody else I've just subscribed to recently, Kirsty Sky. I subscribed to very recently, and she's also a British YouTuber, and she did a Titanic video. And I don't know if you guys know this about me, but the one historical event that I am obsessed with is the sinking of the Titanic. Absolutely obsessed with it. Like every few months I'll go on like a big research binge to try and find out if there's any new theories or if there's any new information come to light. And it's just absolutely fascinates me, and it's such a tragedy. It really is such a tragedy, and I feel like it's not quite been solved. I feel like the truth of the matter is that there was multiple factors that led to it, and we still don't know what all of those factors are or were, and perhaps we'll never know what they are or were. By the way, I know this fence is broken, you might have noticed it. We had some gale force winds, like a really big storm. So there were like 3 or 4 storms that came in a row in the UK in like January and February, and that fence blew off. We've not really had a chance to fix it or put it back up, and essentially we're gonna have to wait till after quarantine to do that now. But yeah, I mentioned my hair journey before. My hair is really annoying me now, as it probably is annoying some of you guys too. How are you feeling about your hair? Tell me. It's just weird, obviously not being able to cut it, but you guys know that I like having short hair at the moment, and I was supposed to be getting married in August, which is probably not gonna happen now because of what's going on, which is a real shame. But I had my hair cut really short, like Rosemary's Baby, Mia Farrow short, in October 2019, and I was planning on just growing it out till August, so that at the wedding I'd actually have like hair to work with that you can actually style and put French braids in and do lots of interesting things with, because you've got length to work with. So I was growing it out for my wedding, but now, as we're probably not going to get married in August, I've grown it out for essentially no reason, and I'm trying to live with it being this long, which I'm not used to at all. And the only way I can make it feel comfortable and not feel like a helmet on top of my head is to curl it. But some days I just get it so wrong, like today, and it kind of just looks like a bird's nest, and not in a good way, not in an Amy Winehouse kind of good way, but just looks awful. I mean, look at this. Look how wrong that I got that bit. That does not look good. I've done it. What have I done? I've curled it back, and it looks like a sort of bouffant type of thing. I don't know. I just got it really wrong today. So this is the hair journey that I'm in. And I've always wanted to shave my head, always, and I've always been sort of looking for a acting role that would allow me to shave my head. I've been, actively on the hunt for a role where I could shave my head so I could do it, but that role has not yet been found, and I still really want to shave my head. And I'm feeling like, should I just do that now? Because why the hell not? I'm not getting married in August anymore. I'm not really being put up for acting jobs right now because the industry is quiet. Is now really the perfect time for me to shave my head? But at the same time, because we're going through this lockdown period, state of mind and emotions are incredibly fluid at the moment and changing frequently, that I also feel that at this moment in time, is it possibly too much of an unstable time to do something as drastic as that? I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you think I should do? Let me know. I'd really appreciate your insight. It would probably be really helpful. Yeah, I just want to hear what you guys are up to as well. I feel like we're going through this really strange time where it almost feels like isolation, but actually we are connecting in ways that as the world, as the human population of the world, I think we're connecting in ways now where we never have before. We're connecting on such a visceral level that's unifying everybody, and the way that we can get in touch with people so easily because of technology, and you can see somebody, you can talk to somebody without being in a physical space together. How much that is affecting us in a positive way. Well, I feel like it's affecting me in a positive way. I love the fact that I'm talking to my family and friends way more regularly than I would usually, and having catch-ups with people really frequently. I love that. I'm feeling closer to some family and friends that haven't felt that kind of closeness for years, just purely because of being so busy and not always having the time to connect with people and spend time with people, even though you'd want to. So that's been interesting, and I think a positive outcome. But we still have lots to do in the house, and I feel we still have probably plenty of time to do those things. I think our quarantine is going to last for a couple of more weeks, which is fine. I'm cool with that. I have found a way to keep myself busy making videos. I'm going to be making this podcast. I'm actually working on potentially doing a short film remotely with a friend of mine, and I'm using it as an opportunity to network with people and try and keep my career moving forward a little bit at a time, making connections while people have the time to make connections. So I'm considering that. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end this here. I hope you're feeling okay. Please leave me a comment and let me know how you are. I want to check in with you all and see how you're getting on. And I'm gonna start recording this podcast on Never Have I Ever next week. So if that's something that interests you, you like watching TV, you like, reviews of films and television, please go ahead to my other channel and subscribe there. I'm going to leave it linked below. But also, if you've stumbled across this video and you're not a subscriber to me, why don't you go ahead and subscribe? Join the party, because it'd be lovely to have you. Thanks so much, everybody. I hope you're okay. I hope you're keeping safe and you're relaxed. I'll see you in the next video. Mwah.